Welcome back to Network Spotlight. I am your host, Mikhail. Today I am talking to Alex of OpenBiSea, which is an NFT marketplace. What's interesting about Alex is that he has over 25 years experience as an entrepreneur and as an investor. So he brings a totally new element to the Web3 world. I had the pleasure of talking to him about his previous entrepreneurial journey, why he decided to create OpenBiSea, and an interesting take on raising funds from VCs. Take a listen, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and enjoy. How are you?
Yeah, so far so good.
That's good to hear. So I was really excited to have this interview with you because you come from a traditional entrepreneurial world, and there's a lot of people in the crypto space that don't have that kind of experience. So for those that are listening, if you can just give a little background in terms of your prior experience before jumping into the crypto world.
Yeah, sure. I started like 30 years ago, and my first area was telecommunications. I get some positions on corporations, and later start my first business all around telecommunications. I guess my first company, called IXC Soft Switch, was third company which produce voice over IP billing systems worldwide. And later, I moved my focus more to advertisement market, to consumer. I create an app called CFC, which reward users for some advertisement actions. And afterwards, I create Heartin. This is a digital health project which produce a T-shirt with built ACG inside. And last 3 years, I'm focusing more on Web3 projects and on the crypto space. I'm in the crypto space since 2014, and I very looked and still looked only product cases on a crypto because I have fun project and where a crypto can be valued. And I'm also a full stack software developer, including Solidity. So I still catch time to time some tasks from my development team, and it's a good for hiring, and actually it's a good to keep them strong because most of them understand that they can replace them in any cases.
Yeah, so how did you go from making T-shirts, and obviously these are very unique T-shirts, by the way, you said with a built-in what kind of technology?
It's an ACG, electrocardiogram.
Okay.
It's a funny story. Like I'm usually changing area every 7 years, and when time comes up, I found that probably digital health may be interested area to jump in there. I found my co-founder, medical doctor, and I asked him what's like a top problem now in the healthcare, and he answered me that it's a heart diseases. It's a top killer worldwide. And then we start investigate what we can do, how we can do prevention for that. And as a result, we together with a big team created this product. Unfortunately, it's not on active stage now because I hold this project without external investment. It's too hard to move it forward. but an idea where a lot of people like that, but not investors, I guess.
But you, from a entrepreneurial standpoint, it sounds like you take real world problems and try to come up with a solution for them. So how did you jump into the crypto space? What was it about it that made you want to jump in?
I'm usually scanning an area, and I heard like Ethereum. The first time I tried to reach there, I found that technology is too early to be in a mass market, but I kept on attention, especially on Ethereum, on a smart contract, because I believe that it can be a good case and good value, which helps create completely new products on the market with like a competitive advantages, which can replace existing products. And when technology were close to mass adoption, I started to build some startups. I tried to reimagine my existing business first. It's a CFC app to reward them in crypto, but it's still not a good market. Later, I found that an NFT market I didn't find good non-custodial services simple enough, and which propose true value distribution for buyers and sellers. And this is why I create OpenBiSea. And later, I'm focusing more on OpenBiSea studios, which produce NFT games. I personally believe that NFT and in-game ownership should be a next big step for all game area. Like in the past, it's very mobile. When mobile smartphones appears on the market, it was a big step and big window for new players. NFT should be the same. So this is a short history for my experience in the crypto space.
So when you look at other platforms like OpenBiSea, like Binance NFT, Nifty Gateway, Rarible, just some of the names that come to mind, how would you say OpenBiSea is different?
If you take a look on Rarible or Binance or even OpenBiSea, most of them 100% or 0.5% custodial and centralized. So this is a similar situation like with centralized exchanges. So all your assets, all your investment in your account can disappear in just few clicks from centralized administration, which is completely out of basic crypto principles, where you hold your keys, you hold all assets on your side, and if you do some moves of your assets, it should happen on a smart contracts, audited, and where nobody can jump in and catch your ownership. So this is a first problem, and of course it should be still simple enough to be used for non-crypto users. But the second problem, much more expensive for existing buyers and sellers now, I guess, because like any marketplaces, like even Amazon, for example, get the value from buyers and sellers. If you catch up buyers and sellers from there, Amazon will cost zero. So, and And if you take a look now, when you trade there, you as a buyer or sellers get nothing. So OpenBiSea get like a $13 billion valuation, but each people who do their who does their selling NFT, who invest there in marketing, in sharing, they get nothing. And this is why I create completely different business model. So I created this a token. This token locked 80% of total valuation locked on a smart contract directly. And based on code of smart contract, each buyer and seller can claim token. I put a liquidity there and increase liquidity follow a fees. And as a result, we distribute like 80% of ownership of OpenBiSea to buyers and sellers, which through principles, through DAO, and value should be distributed for all players who create a value for marketplace.
Well, one of the unique aspects that I think I saw online was that you have farming capability. Is that correct?
Yeah. This is, I call it like a farming. It's very close to the regular farming for tokens, but in my case, buyers and sellers farm money during sell and buy NFTs.
I see. So where do you feel like the overall NFT market landscape, where do you feel like it's going from a technology standpoint?
I guess right now market overloaded for investment money, and investors put a lot of billions of dollars to marketplaces, which usually used it for just robot sales or burning money for marketing actions, which at my point of view, definitely wrong way. Because if you take a look, for example, to the art market, which is very similar to NFT market as the art market very complicated now in terms of marketing and to get right client who ready to pay like tens of thousands of dollars to create in general secondary market, etc. And if you bring all of this complexity to NFT and add their crypto complexity, you get a crazy picture. Like let's do that. You should invest 10 times in Sotheby, for example, to be successful enough or better. But you can't say that Sotheby sell more than. So it's now overhyped, definitely. And at my point of view, a true direction should be real value for NFTs. So, and real value should be found in real cases, like in gaming, for example, or if you take a look, my third-party project, call it multi-swap. There are NFT as a value for LP investment depends on time when NFT were created, and all happened on a smart contract. I just used Uniswap version 3, but add this feature because let's say that you and me, we create a pool for USDC and USDT. And we put both for $5 million. And later, all next investors add value, but we are on a high risk there. So we invest first, and later this pool start generating money. But now, if you if we do it on Uniswap, we can't get some preference. So that doesn't matter if later in 1 year somebody invests the same money, they get the same fees. So a case for NFT where that if we create early, we get a little better distribution for the fees compared with later investors. And now our NFTs has a value, so we can sell those NFTs on an auction, for example, on a market. And this is the cases where I guess NFTs can be reasonable enough. And this is where, at my point of view, market should take a look first, instead of burning tens of millions monthly budgets like my competitor does to show a picture for investors, which at my point of view, it's not true. So they never reach even. I completely, I think that like Sotheby, which like a few days ago created own NFT marketplace, has much more success chances compared with OpenBiSea, for example.
Yeah, so you mentioned, you touched on investors quite a few times. And this is something that I know a lot of projects are struggling with, obviously with the market cool down. Whenever I talk to people, I was talking to people at NearCon, I was talking to the projects at Nasari Mainnet. And the main common goal is they're there to meet investors. They need money for a longer runway so they can continue to develop. I know this is not a quick answer, but what advice would you give to other project owners that are trying to survive this bear market?
Personally, I'm a good example, because I am definitely hate existed VC market. I don't think that it's a good way in most cases to get VC investment, because if like let's say that let's say that I have an idea and now like I don't need to raise like hundreds of $1,000s to create a working prototype product and to test the market fits. Far from it. Even without any investment, I can start learning software development. I can do no coding solutions. I can connect APIs and finally get a prototype with zero cost, zero. Grow my knowledge just to verify is it a good idea. So I don't need, still don't understand why people try to spend years to running around investors to just verify is it works or not. So my suggestion very easy. So take your own money, take your own knowledge, create a prototype, take a look if it works or not, if it's match or not. If it doesn't match or don't match, move forward. Try to reimagine business model, talk with the market, find opportunities. Even for OpenBiSea, I invest my own money, but later I get grants from Near. My respect to Near Foundation. I guess it's like it's a best market for the chain. Now it's the best player on the top one, definitely, because if you talk about like BNB chain, there are a lot of conflict of interest. Binance own BNB chain, Binance own NFT marketplace, and this is a direct conflict of interest. They decline a lot of requests from my side, and I understand that they of course they never tell me upfront that is conflict of interest, but it's a reality. So regarding support, Near do a lot of for ecosystem, a lot of support, and this may be a way for the project to moving forward. But again, I get a Near grant only after I create by my own cost a good product, good UI. I do market fit, I collect a lot of community, and all of that was done by my own investment. And they test me enough, they understand that I understand what I do, understand the direction, and moving forward. Same for NFT games. So, if you can do flows that way, you don't need to wait like a bear market or grow investment. You can move forward every day. So this is, I guess it's on the top priority should be for entrepreneurs, because we are businessmen. We should move forward.
You're in a very interesting position as well, because you are an engineer and an entrepreneur all in one. And so, you know, there's definitely advantages to having that entrepreneurial mindset and being an engineer. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like everybody has those capabilities. And I guess if you don't have engineering capability, then you will have to most likely hire somebody and bring somebody on to
no, definitely answer is not, because in the past, like 10 or 15 years ago, to get an engineer position or just knowledge, you should spend a lot of time, like 5-10 years in university, and then you can start the coding. Now it's completely different. Like it's true that in 3 to 4 months, anybody with zero knowledge can get enough level to create a real product. That's all, because it's a lot of like videos for where teaching very simple step-by-step guides. A lot of Stack Overflow. You know that even every answers you can find there while you're coding. So it's already answered. So this is it's evolves only in the mind. I can't. No, you can. Just moving forward.
Yeah, that's a very good perspective. Thanks for sharing that. I'm sure a lot of people listening will definitely appreciate it. You touched on the Near ecosystem earlier in the conversation, so I want to touch on that a little bit, because when I went to NearCon, I had an amazing experience, and that conference was, I really got a very hospitable vibe when I was there, and I think a lot of that is due to the founders and just the people in that community. It's a very close-knit community. The other thing that I noticed, and you let me know your thoughts on this, is that there are a lot of projects that are building around NFTs, gaming, not as much around DeFi. There's certain players that are helping to be the catalyst for that, like Proximity Lab, but it's a little behind when you compare it to the other ecosystems. There's a lot happening around NFTs and gaming. Would you agree with that sentiment? And if so, I mean, why do you think that is?
I'm not 100% sure, because I think that most DeFi projects were on Aurora, which build on top of Near, as I know. So it's reasonable to not focus for Near Foundation, I guess, because Aurora event compatible, and most existing DeFi project also event compatible, and it's better to deploy and pass security audit instead build on native here. But you are right, they build a lot for the Near mainnet. They are very innovative, well enough for gaming, quick enough and simple enough. And for Near, again, it's a good model. So they never invest and create a conflict of interest by create some games or NFT marketplaces owned by foundation or closed people. Come on. So they do follow, as you know, in telecom, it's call it network neutrality. So network should be neutral for all protocols inside. Of course, games, human guilds, it's a part of Near Foundation. It's a lot of respect to those guys. They support a lot games, and in the future it should be. And for Near, it's built balanced enough in-chain economic model. So I'm a big fan for Near, and of course they support me a lot. But it's definitely, I know I review a lot of chains, like I receive and offers to be deployed on the chains, but it's Near still on the top of that list.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that this year, while the market has cooled off, there's more interest around Near than say last year when they held the conference. So you can just attend this conference and you can just see the excitement of all the development that's happening. People are not really very price conscious. They're looking at the fundamentals, which is really a sign of a strong ecosystem. So it's really, really nice to see. We're coming close to the end here, Alex, but wanted to have a quick discussion about security. It wouldn't be a conversation without it. Obviously, I do this on a daily basis. It's my main focus, but wanted to get your take on the overall security landscape in Web3.
A general problem that the label of security audit now still not a final solution. So as you know, like latest, like this year, hacks were done on smart contracts, which was passed a lot of audits. And it's definitely a big issue, especially for DeFi, where a lot of money locked there. And at my point of view, the solution for that should be decentralized enough, follow basic crypto rules. So a smart contract should be published as open source, and project should have a big bounty fund for open source proposals for white hackers. And at time after that is a key principle. A time for project living. It's a key principle to trust for that project. Other, I'm a coder. You know that every code has a hole. So we just balance it between time to find those security holes and money which hackers can grab from those holes. That's all. And of course, it's a part of project. Team include the founder, which should understand the coding and understand what looking for, not just say that, come on, I pay money for software developers, I pay money for security audits, that's all, sorry. 1.5 billion money disappear, but it's not my responsibility. No, it's not true. Man, it's your responsibility. This is a way. So founders should balance it. So should do a number of points where increase security level, and the time we will decide good or not.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that perspective, Alex. I know we're at the end here. Where can people learn more about OpenBiSea or more about you?
About me on LinkedIn, or just Google me. A lot of posts about me. I were on a conference as a speaker. OpenBiSea, just Google on the website openbisea.io. And if anybody need to reach me, it's easy to find me in Telegram or LinkedIn.
Wonderful. Always a pleasure, Alex. Thanks so much for sharing your insight. Very experienced entrepreneur and engineer. Appreciate the time, and we'll have to do this again soon.
Yes, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for inviting me.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.